The B2B cosmetic market has moved away from reactive, symptom-led soothing. The current standard requires preventative, long-term cellular maintenance. The scale of this transition is measurable. 80% of consumers now prioritize resilience-based preventative routines over temporary topical fixes. This line graph maps the catalyst for this specific production model. By tracking the halal cosmetics market, we see a valuation of $53.12 billion in 2025, projected to reach $143.02 billion by 2034, expanding at an 11.67% compound annual growth rate. The skincare segment alone commands over a third of this total volume by 2026. Within this sector, a specific formulation use case is driving demand: the treatment of post-festive skin fatigue, triggered by environmental stressors, dense makeup application, and disrupted sleep cycles. The biological mechanism is specific. Elevated cortisol and oxidative stress degrade the cellular barrier. Microtears form, resulting in rapid moisture loss and visible inflammation. Capturing this demographic requires a hybrid approach. Brands must execute advanced dermatological formulations under strict Sharia-compliant manufacturing standards. To understand how this is executed, we will deconstruct the architecture of a compliant 4-step post-festive recovery kit. Mastering both cellular biology and ethical manufacturing logistics is the only viable path to commercial relevance in this target year. Phase 1 of the formulation architecture focuses on deep cleansing and detoxification. The process relies on a double cleansing mechanism. An initial oil-based application breaks down resistant makeup residues, followed by a water-based wash for deeper pore purification. Kaolin and bentonite clays absorb excess lipids and draw out impurities without disrupting the skin's acid mantle. By utilizing encapsulated charcoal, the formulation achieves a controlled release that prevents transepidermal water loss. Phase 2 transitions to intensive hydration, designed to repair immediate cellular moisture deficits. The foundational active for this restoration is hyaluronic acid. It possesses the capacity to hold 1,000 times its own weight in water. Hyaluronic acid must be paired with glycerin. Together, they create a humectant-rich barrier that locks moisture firmly into the epidermis. This two-phase cleansing and hydration mechanism stops immediate surface damage while preserving the skin's natural defensive matrix. Phase 3 targets inflammation. The goal is root cause suppression at the cellular level, rather than superficial redness masking. Avenanthromymides sourced from colloidal oatmeal are paired directly with niacinamide and nara to neutralize irritation. Phase 4 integrates barrier science for complete cellular rejuvenation. Polydeoxyribonucleotide, or PDRN, is introduced to stimulate the tissue. This active targets the collagen matrix, accelerating cellular renewal processes to repair physical damage. Ceramides are then utilized to rebuild the extracellular matrix, fortifying the structure to withstand future environmental stressors. Finally, the formulation integrates traditional bioactives, specifically utilizing extracts of fig, honey, and pomegranate. These bioactives provide clinically validated antioxidant benefits while perfectly aligning with established Islamic wellness paradigms. Formulations achieve long-term biological efficacy when they shift the skin from a state of reactive soothing to proactive structural resilience. Advanced formulations hold no commercial value in this demographic without rigorous Sharia-compliant logistical execution. The JAKIM certification framework provides this structure. Recognized globally, it relies on high-trust manufacturing hubs, specifically in Malaysia, to validate the entire production lifecycle. The protocol dictates a mandatory verification process for critical animal-derived ingredients like collagen. To prevent cross-contamination during blending, factories must operate with fully segregated storage and dedicated production flow lines. This extends to personnel. Operators undergo mandatory training to execute specific halal-compliant sanitization mandates required to maintain facility integrity. The JAKIM protocol operates as a comprehensive quality assurance system. It guarantees absolute supply chain purity from initial sourcing to the final emulsion. To guarantee a commercially viable 3-year shelf life, these complex formulations must undergo rigorous clinical testing. The process begins with accelerated stability testing, holding the product under sustained high-temperature conditions. This graph tracks the precise metrics monitored during the accelerated phase. Technicians continuously measure color stability, pH balance, and viscosity retention to ensure formulation integrity. The product then enters a 28-day challenge testing protocol. Fresh samples are injected with high-level bacteria and molds, verifying the exact efficacy of the preservative system. These stress tests prove that high-performance actives can survive the realities of global export and supply chain logistics without degrading. With formulation and compliance secured, the post-festive recovery range is prepared for global market deployment. This map outlines how the baseline architecture adapts to regional environmental stressors. In the Chinese market, severe urban pollution requires focus on physical shielding and environmental repair. European markets like Germany demand a different adaptation, aligning with pharmacy channels, clinical approvals, and plant-based sourcing. Securing consumer trust across these disparate regions requires radical supply chain transparency. Brands utilize blockchain technology. This provides immutable tracking of the ingredient journey from the raw source material directly to the finished product. The economic driver for this level of precision is clear. 73% of Muslim millennials will pay a premium for products that align exactly with their ethical values. Capturing the 2026 market demands exactly this synthesis. Success relies on leveraging high-trust manufacturing hubs to deliver verifiable, Sharia-compliant skin longevity.